last meeting of the European Council in 2023 year is taking place in Brussels. The main topics for the leaders of the EU's countries was the enlargement of the Union. In November, the European Commission recommended starting negotiations about future accession with several countries, and finally these recommendations was adopted.
This is a historic moment and it shows the credibility of the European Union, the strength of the European Union. The decision is made. We open negotiations with Ukraine and with Moldova. We granted status to Georgia and with Bosnia and Herzegovina. We will open negotiations and a report will be issued in March. And based on that, we'll make a decision in March. This is extremely important. We want to support Ukraine. It's a very powerful political signal. It's a very powerful political decision. And today and tonight, I think to the people of Ukraine, we are on their side, and this decision made by the member states is extremely important for the credibility of the European Union.
Different sociological studies showed that about 90% of Ukrainians support the EU future for their country. One of the reasons why Russia attacks Ukraine is an attempt to stop this process. The President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, addressed the participants of the European Council.
Today is the day when determination will either be in Brussels or Moscow. People in Europe will not understand if Putin's satisfied smile becomes the reward for a meeting in Brussels. And these days I've communicated to many of you, and we are talking about a decision that was promised. And I haven't heard any counter argument as to why we shouldn't implement the plan agreed upon by all of Europe. Last year, Ukraine received clear recommendations on how to move forward, and we have passed the key laws. And you all know well that we fulfilled every obligation. And there was a clear schedule for the EU. Today is the day for a political decision in response to what we've accomplished. It's about opening accession negotiations with Ukraine, and in March next year approving the negotiation framework for moving forward. No bureaucracy. Everything is very, very clear. And this isn't about what politicians need. It's about what people need. All those people in the trenches, shooting down drones and missiles every night, and all those working so children can learn, even under constant Russian terror.
He had reasons to be so outspoken. EU officials promised the future of Ukraine in the EU, but some obstacles appeared. One of the EU members did not support immediate negotiation about Ukraine's accession.
Enlargement is not a theoretical issue. Enlargement is a merit-based, legally detailed process, which has preconditions. We have set up 7 preconditions, and even by the evaluation of the Commission, 3 out of the 7 is not fulfilled, so there is no reason to negotiate membership of Ukraine now.
Orban's position was not in line with that of the EU Commission. EU President Ursula von der Leyen claimed that Ukraine had completed more than 19% of necessary preconditions. This is enough to start negotiations.
I think Ukraine has done an incredible effort to fulfill the conditions. We at the Commission, we presented a positive assessment, and we will continue defending a positive assessment for the opening of negotiations with Ukraine.
The other EU members do not support the Orban's position, and it seems that they found the right words to change his view.
Mr. Orban was very well aware of the decision that was going to be made, and the decision that is made is a decision that binds 27 countries. Discussions can start, and the message that is given is a very clear message. We are on the side of the Ukrainians who are fighting for our freedom, who are fighting for respect of their country. And the message to Moscow is also a very clear one. We will not be intimidated. The European unity is there, and we are on the side of the Ukrainians, even at the most difficult moments.
The final decisions are positive for Ukraine and other states. Vitaly Sizov from Brussels for the UI TV channel.